Okay. Alright. Sard. If you've come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. Oh ho! A friend of the X-Arch. Hoping to meet someone in Amh Araeng, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need. Alright. I'm coming. All set? Then off to the unforgiving sands we go. You can now travel to Amh Araeng. Speak with the Adroit Amaro Tamer to fly to the desert. You can also use your Aether Compass to assist with locating Aether Currents in new regions. Should you lose this compass, speak with Jess Rin at the Amaro launch in the Crystarium to obtain another. Lost compasses can also be replaced by speaking with Gilberant at the Forgotten Knight and Foundation back in Ishgard. Alright, where we going?
Amh Araeng. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath Araeng once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Amh Araeng meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Norvrand, Amh Araeng. Alright. Oof, no matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. Don't be surprised, the temperature drops at night, though the sky is still bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the X-Arch letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alisaie friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop in Mordstock to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business, and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. I mean, do I have much of a choice? Alright. Alright, you lot, I'm off. I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. Oh, these are my... This is a hunt thingy that I have. Should we see if I can beat it on my own? Oh, it's gonna see me. There it is. Oh, this is the battle music? Oh, I haven't even heard this yet. Oh god, that AoE though. So this is pretty intense battle music. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. After playing Dancer for several days, it's kind of hard to get back into being a caster again. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Amh Araeng, is it not? Before you cross the River of Sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. Well, I guess first we're doing this. Oh, Aether Current! Eighth currents will let us fly when we get them all. It's sideways. They built them big, didn't they? That's Quasar Shar, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Amh Araeng. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say it was once one of Norvan's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Amh Araeng's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying, most of them anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an immoral roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mord Sock. Soak? So cute. Let's press on, shall we? He has purple eyes. I don't think I've ever seen a Rogadin with purple eyes before. It's a pretty area. Is this supposed to be like Ul'dah? Okay, so before we get started, first off we have to say hi to Ren. We are going to go ahead and put... Where is it? Okay, so... Apparently, this is the bike we get at FanFest. And apparently this gives us mount speed up. Like it's built in already. So everyone's like, if you're gonna use a mount, use the bike. And I have to say our outfit looks pretty good on the bike anyway. So I'm okay with that. Ready? Probably follow this guy first. Get attuned to the 8th right. I'm sure we're gonna be exploring all over here. Here we are, Mord Sock. By the blessed shadow, I love this town. Alright. City of the Mord. Cassard stands at the entrance to Mord Sock, an eager smile on his face. Mord Sock, not just full of Mord, but Humes... What are Mord? Not just Mord, but Humes and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot than you could ever wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gegen. Gegen. We're gonna go with that. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Wait, are these like the, what are these things called in our world? The kobolds. They're like the kobolds on the first, or on the source. So that's what they do here. I'm not surprised that Alisaie is here with the kobolds of this world. Good grief, these stairs are huge. Alright. Side. Go on, introduce yourself to Master Gegen. Yeah, it's a kobold. Have we ever seen their mouths, though? The kobolds? They always have the little grates on. That's a kobold! That's a kobold!
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mord Sook.
Mord Sook.
Sook is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Amh Araeng. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Amh Araeng by choice, but Maud Sook's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Maud dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Maud do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Maud philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my good newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here!
Come and look.
You buy, you buy?
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots!
No pots.
Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're going to go buy food at Ronron's place. Alrighty. There's a fish in the bucket. I never noticed the fish in the bucket. Alright, there's Ronron. There's no side quest here yet. There will be. But none yet. Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time. Stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Browse Ronron's wares. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. And zoom in and out and target a foodstuff and inspect it with R2 and X. Alright. Okay. Oh. So we've got bread. Let's go with meat. If I was traveling, I'd want meat. That's my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights. I have to get something else too? Oh gosh. Oh god. Oh, you'll like those. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under a rock, spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. I call that mushloaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so that even if the bread dries out, it is still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. And that says worms. Everyone's favorite, plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want any other treat. Oh no. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose, which to choose. Mushloaf, ever-burning bounty. We'll go with, you know what, since they said the fruits inside, we'll go with the mushloaf. Ah, very wise. You won't wither on the sands with a gut full of cactus fruits filling. You have the gold. And done. 1 Volberite honors buys for 40 loaves of bread. 40 loaves. Ugh. Was that me eating? Oh god. Did I die? I don't know. Should we eat it or not? We're gonna eat it. Warrior of Light's no wimp. A new legend is born. Consider your coin voice correct. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns! Alright. Alright. I was watching from here, Elizabeth. You honored our custom, and with great relish. You will always be welcome in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Amh Araeng, we are here to provide. There we go. Alright, so that finished up quest 5. So now we are on quest 6. There we go. Alright. Alright, Cassard, what you got for me now? Working off the meal. Item level 385. Okay. Cassard is impressed with your gastronomic fortitude. God, you have courage, my friend. Ronron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have for the morrow. Right, now that you've eaten, I expect your ego to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a torch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mordsuk. It's fine. Oh, offering your services, are you? Aye, well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for, you just need to do the lifting and carrying. Alright. I'll go and take some of the last minute take care of some of the last minute haggling then. See you in a bit. You may review the market receipt at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. Okay. Table cactus, iron ore. Alright. I didn't have anything from Ron. I mean, that's blinking, but I didn't have anything. Ah. And we have side quests. Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Aye, that's a lot, alright. Good work. And quick work, too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I thought you'd want to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you return, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I've placed. I'll have to drag my middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Cassard, it feels like ages since I last saw you. Well, if it isn't the less lovely Tesleen. It's been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This lady was on her way to meet with Alisaie. I'm supposed to be taking her to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Alisaie has told me so much about you. You're Lisbeth, aren't you? Yes, I am. I knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. Oh, Alisaie! I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer? Carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alisaie quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Lisbeth's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it would be no trouble. That would be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amh Araeng, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Alright. Here we go. Alright. I don't know if this is going to send me straight into another cutscene. We'll find out. Alright, Tesleen. I want to go see Alisaie. Tesleen is eager to set off. Me too. Alisaie has been desperate to see you, Lisbeth, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing down around the ridge, and then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. Quest accept. Alright, friend, where are you at? What's your name again? Tesleen. Alright, Tesleen, what you got for me? All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. Well, that's lovely. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? I got you. I thought you might. Alisaie was always saying how much you... I mean, let's just get going, shall we? Alright. Come find you. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Get over here. Give me a foul ready for the next group. All right. Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. Yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd always thought Alisaie was strong, but in her mind she was never... now it makes sense. Well, we should push on. It might be best for you to scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. Okay. I was like, I'm gonna get at least one of these. Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Alright. That sound that just made the... What was that? Sandworms over here. Wait, is this the inn? No, Tesseline's here. Alright. This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first, let's head inside, shall we? Oh boy. Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alisaie arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. The afflicted? You don't know? I don't think I've met anyone besides Alisaie who is so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alisaie give you the full explanation. Alright, let's see what we got. Following in her footprints. Tesseline gazed around the inn, hoping to spot Alisaie. Now, where is she? I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out the south side and you'll see it soon. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. Alright. Is that a watchtower? Sure looks like one if I ever saw one. Is that the flood of light stuff? Whoosh. Aether current. Alright. Alisaie is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground, and they look to be about the right size. Small footprints! Alisaie and her tiny feet. The small footprints lead off to the northwest. Continue to the northwest. No! The footprints curve around to the west. That's where I was a little bit ago for the side quest. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. There are more tracks here, but they end in a mess of disturbed sand. Here we go.
It can't be.
Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
Hey now. Hey now, I tried.
How are you? We've fought them to a standstill, then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphinaud must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision. He may use 10 words where 1 would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters. That great wall of white is a remnant of the Flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the First tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations. Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the Flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether, and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct, that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason. Which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Alright. We're back with Alisaie. So excited. She got taller. It's just a matter of time. More for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society, and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Tesseline and the others have been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol, of course. Alright.